Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Trim the Tree by James Kopp. So this is James's debut as a Sudoku adventure setter, so everyone welcome James. And in addition to that, this continues our December holiday theme. So as you can see, it is a Christmas tree. All right, well, let's go over the rules. We have a normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, in each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We just have these green lines in the grid. Adjacent digits along a line have to have a difference of at least 3. So it's a German whisper line. So let's just focus on this 2 here, which is already placed. So what can go next to the 2? Well, we can do a 5 because 5 minus 2 is 3. Or we can do a 6 because 6 minus 2 is 4. We can't do any other digit because they are too close to the 2. So basically the big number minus the small number, any pair of digits along this line, the big number minus the small number needs to be 3 or larger. All right, we also have black and white dots in the grid. White dots separate consecutive digits, so just the 2 digits are consecutive. So 2, 3, for example. Can't do 2, 4, those are not consecutive. Black dots separate digits with a 1 to 2 ratio. So the bigger one is exactly double the smaller one. So if this was, say, a 3, then this could be 6. 6 is exactly double 3. All right, in addition to that, we do have this singular pink/purple line, however you want to, it's kind of in the middle. I like to call it purple. Some people like to call it pink. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it is a renban. So what we are doing is we are putting a set of non-repeating consecutive digits on the line. So think about a run of consecutive digits, 3 of them in this case, like 2, 3, 4. And then we could put 2, 3, 4 on this in any order we like. So 2, 4, 3 like this, that would work. This would be allowed. What we can't do is like 2, 5, 3, because 2, 3, 5 is not a consecutive run of digits. We're missing that 4 in the middle there. So consecutive run of non-repeating digits go on the renban, but in any order. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. There are 2 very tempting starts here. One has to do with coloring the German whisper line here, and the other has to do with this black dot. But let's see if we actually need to color today or not. So we're going to start with the black dot. Although I probably should color to make it all pretty and nice. Anyway, 2, looking at a black dot, especially in a 6x6, is very powerful. So here's a really nice way to think about black dots and what pairs can go on it. We know that one of the digits will be smaller than the other digit. So let's just say, just without losing generality, that this top one is the smaller digit. So what can that digit be? Well, in general, if we ignore this 2, we could have the small digit be a 2, and then we double it to get the large digit. Sorry, the small digit could be a 1, and we double it to a 2 to get the large digit. The small digit could be a 2, and we double that to 4. Or the small digit could be a 3, and we double that to 6. If the small digit were a 4, we would have to double it to 8, and there is no 8 in this puzzle. For 2, 4 would not be the smaller digit, it would be the larger digit. So there's only 3 pairs available. 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6. And so you can see that with the 2 gone, we can't do 1, 2, or 2, 4. So this is a 3, 6 pair. All right, so immediately thinking a 6 going on both a white dot and a renban should ring alarm bells because it's highly restrictive. Because a 6 here, if we think about the white dot, it forces this to be a 5. There's only 1 digit consecutive with the 6. Now the renban would then need to be 4, 5, 6. That's the only way we can have 3 consecutive digits that contain a 6 because we can't go up to 7. But the problem is 5's already gone. Where am I going to put the 5 on the renban? This would have to be a 4, 5 pair, but too many 5s. So because of that, this actually has to be 3, and this is 6. Now, next to the 3, we can't put the 2 because the 2's already in column. So this needs to be a 4. Okay, and then that makes this a 1, 2 pair on the renban because we can't put 4 on the renban, so we can't do 3, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 4. So we have to do 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, that's quite nice. We can fill out this as 3, 5, 6. That's not a 3. Let's see. This pair is 1, 5. All right. I think it's time to think about the 2 on this German whisper line. I think I will color. So what am I going to color? Well, we're going to talk about lows and highs. Lows being from 1, 2, 3. This is a low. High being from 4, 5, 6. So we're just splitting up 1 through 6 exactly down the middle. Now, why are we doing that? Well, let's just work over here. If I have a 1, 2, 3 on a German whisper line, if this was a 1, 2, or 3, we cannot stay in the 1, 2, 3 range next to it because the best we can do is 3 minus 1 is 2, which is not at least 3. So by design, it forces us to jump up to the 4, 5, 6 range. Now, it is more restricted than that. Like if this was a 4, the only digit you can put is a 1. But in general, you can think about these lines as swapping low, high, low, high, low, high. So knowing that this is low, I'm going to call low blue. These are all low. These are high. Knowing that this is low, we know that next to it has to be high, and then next to that has to be low. All right. Now, next to the 2, we cannot put the 4. The 4 is too close, so it's got to be 5, 6. And that 5, 6 pair gives us 1 here and 5 here. All right. Okay, so now in this box, I noticed we got 2 highs already, and 4 is the more restrictive one. But we can look at this line here, which is fully within the box, and know that one of these is low and one of these is high. We don't know which is which, but we know it involves the third high in the box. It involves the 4. So this has to be a 4, and next to the 4, you can only put a 1. It's the only digit that's 3 away or more. And so that uses our last high, so this has to be low. Now that makes this high and this low. All right, so these two can't be 3, so this is 3 for the column. Oh, and then these are high for the column. So this is 4 and this is 1. This is low. This is our 2. Right, that does not restrict this guy. This is also 5, 6. This is 1, 2. This is 5. Oh, 3. Next to 3, we have to put 6. That's 5, which is high. Leaving a 3, 6 pair there. All right, that's good progress. Where do we go from here? We need a 3, 4 here. So have to do with, see, one of these two is 6. In fact, we can just pencil this. Yeah. This is 1, 3, 6. This can't be a 6 because it needs to be low. And this is 2, 4, 5. So maybe this is key. Let's take a look. 2, 4, 5. So 2 cannot go with the 3. So 2 would go with 1. And that doesn't work. If I did a 2 here with a 1 here, that completely breaks this cell. So this is not a 2. So this has to be high, making this low and this high. And it cannot be a 5, 6 pair. This is already one of the 5, 6s. So it has to involve the 4, meaning it's a 4, 5 pair, which means it also involves the 5. So this is our 6, this is 5, this is 6. So this is actually low, making this high. So it's not a 2. That places our 2. And then this has to be the high 6. All right. Yes, 3 and 6 here. 3 is low, 6 is high. 3 in the corner celebrating. This is 1 or 2. And this is the other 4, 5. Okay. This column finishes with a low, not a 2. So it's a 1, 3. Oops. It's a 1, 3. All right. What can I do here? Oh, this can't be a 3 because it's next to a 4 or 5. It can't be next to a 6. So that's 1 and that's 3 and that's 3. So that makes that 2, 1, 2, and 1. Right, we get the 4 and the 3 here. Okay, so now we know what these digits need to be. This is 1, 5. The 1 tells us the order. So 5 and 1. I'm going to finish the coloring first. That's blue and that's orange. All right. So this is our 5 and 1. And then this is the 2 and the 4. We get the 4, 5, 4, and 5. And we're done. All right. Neat puzzle, James. Very nice debut. Also, nice picture of a tree. And we actually, made great use of the clues that make up the tree, which is always great. Really like the logical flow there. Let me know how you did, and if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.